Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile 2.1.0 Talisman League. We are playing in Talisman Standard League. I'm a scrub, and I am having so much fun playing Path of Exile. I haven't played in a good, I want to say, 2 months or so since the last Challenge League. I took a break. Now I'm back, and I can't stop playing. I can't stop recording. Basically, it's been what was it? It's been no 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 no. It's been 5 hours since my last recording, and I just want to keep playing. Let's get back into it. So what happened last episode? Last episode we killed Brutus. I thought he would be a pretty tough boss to beat, but turns out he wasn't. And I need to apologize right now because in episode 1 and 2, I'm sure you guys must have noticed. If you didn't, well, it was a lot of the gameplay really, but my cursor wasn't showing up. And that was because I was using MSI Afterburner to do my recordings. I just changed over to OBS. Hopefully now the cursor will show. And yeah, I picked up a couple new spells from Nessa, the vendor,
Hello.
over here. So she sells a lot of gems, right? So if you don't like your initial spells that you get or initial skills, or you want to test things out, come over here, pick some stuff up. They're very cheap. See, they cost a couple wisdom scrolls. They cost a orb of transmutation. At this point, I'm level 11. At this point, the most it'll cost is an orb of transmutation, which I could have a couple of, right? I bought two or three new spells or skills. The first skill I bought was Clarity. What this does, it's an aura, so it's Path of Exile has an interesting system for auras. How it works is, instead of having a mana cost, which basically every time you cast it, it costs that much mana, the casting an aura will cause you to reserve your mana. So in this case, 34 mana becomes reserved. I'll show you an example right here. Now, for those of you who already played, like obviously you know this, but I'm assuming that there will be some people watching this who never played Path of Exile. So just, I'm sorry, bear with me, right? So see here, 34 mana is reserved for my mana from my mana pool. Now out of 137, I can only use 103. What Clarity does though is it gives me 2.9 mana regen per second. And this stacks with all your mana multipliers. So things over here like what's a good example? Here, 15% mana regen. So my 2.9 would have a 15% multiplier if I were to get this node. So before, in the previous episodes, I was kind of talking about, oh, I want to do this and that, and I was pointing, with my cursor. I didn't realize that the cursor wasn't working. So to give you an idea of what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna get. I'm over here right now. I'm probably gonna get these life nodes, right? Life is always important. I want to get these chaos damage nodes, and I also want to go over here to get the damage over time nodes. I am going to be doing a damage over time build. I don't want to do any critical builds. I don't want to make a critical character, so I'm going to grab these life, right? And then I'm going all the way to sort of, let's see, I was over here. I'm gonna do this. Climb over here, go up, come over here, and I'm gonna grab the curse duration nodes and the Hexmaster, which gives me 80% increased curse duration, 20% increased radius, and more importantly 5% increased effect of curses. And after that, I'm gonna go over here, grab the mana, all this stuff over here, grab the AoE nodes, come over here, grab the life nodes, and then I'm gonna come over here for more curse nodes. I'm gonna grab these curse nodes as well. Furthermore, I'm also gonna go down here, over here, traverse past this, down here, over here, and I'm gonna grab these curse nodes now. Now you might be noticing I am going very far out of my way. Over here, starting from here, I'm going all the way over there. Okay, and the reason is I want these curse nodes. I want to make a cursed character. With the new support gem Blasphemy, it allows you to turn your curses into auras. And what I want to do is I want to make a character that can slow people. With the Wither, which reduces movement speed, and add that to a curse called Temporal Chains, which reduces cast speed, attack speed, and movement speed. I want to see if I can get people to just stop moving. That is the plan. That is the plan. I don't know if it'll work, but that's the gist of what I want to do with my character. I didn't theory craft this whatsoever. I do not know if this will work. We will try, and if it fails, it fails. So be it. But that's the fun in Path of Exile, right? Building your own character. I decided to bring these orbs with me instead of keeping it in my stash because there are these things called. So these orbs, what do they do? Specifically, they're used for rolling into blue items, from white items into blue items, or from blue to re-rolling blue items. And there are these things in this game called. What are they called? Chests? Treasure chests? Ambush chests? Boxes? There are like these boxes that are re-rollable. You can roll the boxes and they give you specific different kinds of drops. So I want to keep some orbs with me. I'll show it to you guys when you see it. So we're going to the Prisoner's Gate. We're gonna continue with our quest. What we need to do is we need to find a path to the Emperor's Road. Now, for those of for normal, like for this difficulty, I am going to show you like the normal. I'll do all the quests, the normal progression, but later on I'm gonna show you like a couple shortcuts to sort of accelerate, you know. Now, one thing I haven't explained is the new skills that I picked up. Oh, there's some nice rings here. How come I haven't seen these before? I changed my loot filter, so maybe that has something to do with it. Oh god. Cancel. That's fine. I got a new skill, Wither. So besides Clarity, I got Wither, and what Wither does is it debuffs. It only lasts half a second, really? So it lasts half a second and it increases the chaos damage taken. So whoever gets debuffed, it increases their chaos damage taken. So it kind of stacks with Contagion. Right now, honestly, Contagion doesn't do that much damage. I don't like it too much. I'd rather be using Ethereal Knives right now. 68.9 damage versus 17 per second. So it would take like 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Almost 4 seconds before it does equivalent damage of Ethereal Knives. And Ethereal Knives cast once every half second. So... But Wither reduces move speed. So we're gonna... Does that stack? No, the slow doesn't stack. But look at this, they get so slow. I'm really excited about stacking Temporal Chains and Wither. I think it's gonna be really cool. So right now, I guess I won't use the chaos damage right now. I'll just use the physical damage from Ethereal Knives. This is probably gonna be my leveling skill. If that's the case, I should put it here. Put it on my mouse key. I remember I said I needed a new cap. Yeah, I need a new helmet. That's not that much better either, though. So, what you want to do for this quest is you want to follow the road. And this is the dumb way to do it, by the way. This is what new players would do. And I'm just showing you what would happen if you were to follow the quest. You can actually skip this quest, as what I'm implying. So if you go down here... Oh, there's a master down there. Whenever you see masters, typically, you want to do their quests. Not only does it help with completing their challenge, I think you have to level the masters. Yeah, you have to level them to at least level 3. They are very useful. They let you craft your own affixes to your items, like craft your own items at a relatively cheap cost. Plus you get a neat little hideout and you can build your own house and stuff. It's pretty cool. Well, not house, but... Contagion! Contagion! Even though it doesn't do anything. I can't justify Contagion, just does no damage. Not good right now. Well, the problem is Ethereal Knives cost so much mana. How much does it cost? 9 mana. Okay, maybe not. Contagion. So now it does 22 damage per second. Maybe that's a bit better. Not much better. So this sapphire ring that I picked up, oh, it's plus 32. It is very important. Okay, that's the Emnix hint of the Emnix advice of the day. You want to pick up actually 2 pieces of advice. First one is you shouldn't just autopilot like me. You should wait for these guys to get in the circle first before you kill them, because you have to feed souls to the relic. Well, the reason why I'm stuck here this whole time is because I was just waiting, like killing them outside of the circle. Now the second piece of advice. In Act 1, okay, that's where we are right now. Normal Act 1, right here. Make sure you keep some sapphire rings, because the Act boss does a lot of cold damage. So I'm gonna roll this into something I like. I like that. You know what? That's decent. 8 life with some int. 30 life. Cast speed over here, life over here, and resistance. So now I have 30 cold resistance. Still not enough. I want to cap it at 75. The more you have, the better. And I leveled up. So like I said from before, I'm gonna grab this life node. HP is always good. And I want to get the curse nodes as soon as I can. I really do. So maybe we'll go up here like this and start walking towards this curse node at least. This one isn't as important because this is basically just curse effect and have 2 like an additional curse. I don't need an additional curse. The other curse is going to be vulnerability. So this is the quest, okay? The guy wanted us to find a way into the Western Forest, which is actually Act 2, and it's been blocked by someone named Piety. So we need to find our way around. In Path of Exile, the lore is, the story isn't, I don't want to say that it's not there, but it's, you can sort of play without knowing the story at all. The gist of the story though is that there are clues around the game that will give you little hints about what's going on in this world, and you need to piece it all together. So it's kind of like solving a little riddle actually, and I feel like it was designed in a way so that instead of having the story, it's like you're an exile who's, well, what we do know is you are someone who committed a crime in the real land somewhere, like in your homeland, and then you have been exiled to this island of Rayclast. And you get here, you don't really know anything, right? Like a lot of games, you come here, people start telling you the story, you know, the history of everything. And that's not how it works in Path of Exile. How it works is, you know, there are pieces, you know, historical monuments and relics and things like that. People will give you bits and pieces of information, and you want to take that and sort of form your own conclusions. Now there is like a lore page up on the wiki, so if you're really tempted to know what the story is, it's up there, but honestly it's not much to go on. But the gist of it is you are in Act 1, and this place, everyone, there's like a monster haunting them, right? Someone called Mervil, the siren or something like that. And earlier we fought Brutus. Brutus was like he's the warden of a prison, and he's been there for many years, and nobody can get past him. Piety is someone trying to study Brutus, something like that. I'm actually not too sure. Honestly, I never was really into the lore. I never paid attention to it, but so Piety is actually one of the main antagonists in the story. You'll see her throughout the game, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. So you were trying to get to the Western Forest over here, this little path to get to across to the other side, but Piety blocked off the entrance or the exit with some kind of magic seal or whatever. Bullshit, I don't know. So that's where we're at, and now we need to find another way through. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna keep moving. Like, where are we gonna find another way through? This is the only path remaining over here, so let's do this. This direction does not actually represent, you know, where the exit is. Like, I'm assuming the exit is not on the southwest or southeast side, even though it points this way. I'm assuming it's somewhere in the north. I might be wrong, and it might make me look stupid because of it, but my assumption. I feel like the exit is up here somewhere. Oh. Increased chaos damage. Not doing much. Alright. Hey, a new wand. That might be good. These guys do a lot of damage, and that's because I have no fire resistance. Like I said in earlier episodes, defense is very important. This is a good wand. Too bad I don't have enough. Oh no, mine does more spell damage, and it has cast speed. My wand is pretty insane, actually, for like an early game thing. I'm sure it could be better. See, I'm looking at... You guys look at this and you're like... I think a new player would look at this and he would automatically pick this one. This one. But if you look at it, what are the most important... defense, like, for a wand? You want offensive stats. And I am using spells. So spells... The more spell damage you have, the better. Cast speed is like multiplicative, right? So cast speed affects your damage as well. The more you cast, the more damage you do. This one does a combined 26% spell damage, and the other one's only 21%, and it has no cast speed either. It adds 1 to 2 physical damage. It's only for attacks, so that's like a little nuance in this game. When you have items that says adds X to Y damage, unless it says adds X, it's very specific. It says unless it says adds 1 to 2 physical damage to spells, which I do not believe there's such an affix. But unless it says that, this thing is only for attack gems. And an example would be oh, I picked up this gem too, Flame Dash, but I can't really use it. I don't have a gem slot. But Viper Strike. Viper Strike, notice how up under Viper Strike it says that it's an attack. Attack duration melee chaos. So 1 to 2, the 1 to 2 physical damage would affect Viper Strike, but not my spells, right? These are projectiles, these are spells, they're not attacks. So actually, no. What am I talking about? Adds 1 to 2. It adds to the physical damage of the weapon. Either way, the weapon physical damage does not affect your spells. The +9 fire resistance, +9 lightning resistance. It's kind of nice. I kind of wish I could use it. However, you can get that on your armor pieces. What's more important to me, especially in normal, since I don't care about taking too much damage, I don't think I'll die, is being able to clear stuff quickly. So please die. Wither! It dies so slowly! Alright. Contagion sucks, guys. That's fair. Maybe it'll get better, I don't know. These guys are annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna start going up here, I think. Or like this. Do I want evasion and energy shield? Oh! I think. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it takes me 5 steps to get to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It takes me 5 steps to get to there. I'm gonna do this anyways, so I definitely need this node. So technically, if I had gotten this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6, maybe this is better. I don't want this node. I just don't want this evasion energy shield node. I'm not gonna use energy shield. I'm not gonna use evasion. Just pure life. I need life and mana. And it's just 5% life. Like 8% all resist is pretty nice. But I think... yeah. And then this way, it lets me get this jewel socket either as well. And I'm not even gonna talk about jewel sockets, guys. Like, we're not there yet. We're not even close. So you know what? I'm gonna go down, go up this. So there's a little bit of planning involved. Um, but I think when you guys play, just if you are gonna make a tree, look at what skill you want to use. For example, I want to use something with chaos damage, right? I want to use contagion, or I want to use some skills that I'm gonna get later on in the game. And then basically, I want to use a chaos damage skill, right? I want to use a skill that does chaos damage, and I want to do curses. So for me, I'm like, okay, if I want to do curses, what do I need? I need all of these curse nodes, right? Here. And I'm like, okay, so I need to get to these 3 places, and I also need around 150% HP. And the next thing you gotta think about is like, okay, now how do I do damage and how do I mitigate damage? Oh, excuse me. For me, I'm gonna try to mitigate damage with Mind Over Matter, and taking mana regen nodes, as well as lots of HP nodes. For damage, I'm gonna take these chaos nodes, which are very close by to me, which is also why I picked the shadow. And yeah, I hope it works. And maybe I need to pick up some of these reduced mana reserve nodes. Because I will be reserving some mana. Radius of auras. This was 12% reduced reserve. Anyways. So that's the gist of how you make a build, right? First, focus on what skill you want to use. Then figure out like how you're gonna get to those. Look for the big nodes first, right? Look at the big ones. If you really want to do CI, Chaos Inoculation, this is like the most important thing, right? So look around. So you would want to be like, okay, if I go CI, I need energy shield. I need to find a path where I get lots of energy shield. Okay, there's energy shield here, there's energy shield here. I need to be able to, you know, light radius is based on energy shield instead of life. Oh, that seems pretty good. So if you're a new player, just do what you feel right, man. Just do what you feel right. Feel is right, and fuck. And if you happen to hit a wall, so be it. Right? You're gonna learn from it. And if you're the type who really, you know, I don't have time. I work full time or whatever. I don't have time to make another character. First of all, if you play enough. What? Oh, so well, this is another master, Forsaken Master, and I need to do a quest by going in here. But if you play enough, leveling up is gonna be really easy, honestly. I'm not rushing at all right now. I'm just doing like casual, killing everything. I don't even care. Ooh, we got a fusing orb. Nice. But it gets easier to level. Still very tedious. But once you get like the items, like the tune items, to make yourself a lot stronger in the earlier levels, like the leveling items, it's just pretty easy. I actually really like leveling, and I think I'm one of the minority. A lot of people hate it. Like, they use like the cheesiest spells to get to max level or whatever. Not max level, but to get to end game, so that they can work on their build. I don't know. I like this. It's the journey, you know, not the result. Ow. This guy hurts. Holy crap. Can I slow him down? Stop. Okay. Want any of this? We gotta return the Karui Spirit. If you're doing any of these Haku missions, once you pick up the Spirit, don't kill these things. They don't give you EXP, they don't drop items, they don't do anything. Pretty useless. Just run all the way to the exit. That's my advice for Haku. So you know, here's the advice time of Emnix advice time. Yeah, just run to the end. Run back to the entrance once you pick up the Spirit. Not worth fighting those things. There's absolutely no reason why you should be fighting those ads unless you're like a trapped you in or something, like they boxed you in and you can't get out, then yeah, kill them. Otherwise, keep running, don't stop. So, what? Oh, so there's a ship graveyard in the ship graveyard zone. There's a ship graveyard cave. What you should do is when you find this thing, go in, and there's an item in here called the All Flame, and you basically have to run to the end, kill somebody, they'll drop the All Flame, pick it up, and then you need to talk to somebody in the zone, and once you do talk to him, you kill him, and after that, the person is called Fairgraves. After you kill Fairgraves, you will get 1 passive point. So this is something that is actually worth doing, unless you're a racer. I don't think racers do it. I'm not too sure actually. I mean, it's worth it. And it's on the way, but it doesn't help you progress. A lot of people, they do things to help you progress when you're racing. You're just trying to get as far as possible, because the higher content you can do, the faster you will level, the more items you will get, the better items you'll get, so on and so forth. But racing is its own scene, and a lot of people enjoy it. I enjoy it too, but I am just bad at it. Don't practice it. Okay, this is life. This is resistance. Perfect. So ethereal knives. I don't need Viper Strike anymore. I'll put this on here. So here is a strong box. That's right. These are the boxes or whatever I was talking about. These are strong boxes. This one is yellow, so I cannot re-roll it with these orbs because these are only for rolling blue items. But after I identify it, it has like a bunch of different affixes. So strong boxes can have their own affixes. And this one has 52% quantity of contained items. It contains identified items, 3 additional items, and it releases caustic clouds, which is basically like poison clouds or something. And when you open it up, it spawns 3 packs of monsters, like it says right there. And when you kill all of these monsters, they drop stuff. This one dropped an additional accuracy. Honestly, I don't want any of it. Yeah, it dropped crap. Although I did get a greater mana flask, I'll take that. Yeah. Okay, that's it. This is like the perfect kind of game for me. I'm the guy that likes to like pick up all the loot, look at everything, compare all the stats. Not for the sake of min-maxing, just for the sake of hoarding. I'm a hoarder. Basically what this game lets you do. It lets you hoard all the stuff you want. So if you're that kind of person, if you're like me, you just like to hoard shit, I think you'll like this game. So there's a slave girl. If you click on the slave girl, she'll drop the All Flame. It's okay, you can take it. She's dead. No problem. See? It's not. Oh, her neck. What happened to your neck? Oh man, the girl got wrecked by the shipwreck. Got wrecked. Get it? Aha. Alright, so now what we want to do is oh. So I gotta explain what I just did. Your gems. Notice how they have an EXP bar at the bottom, and they have a level. Your gems actually level with you. They get EXP as well. Not when you kill stuff, just when, or they get EXP not when you use it, but when you kill stuff. So when you get EXP, the gems get EXP. How much? I don't know. I think it's the same amount you do, maybe not, but these gems will level up over time, and that will make the gems stronger over time as well. I never bothered to mention this, but that's another that's basically Path of Exile's skill system. So you have the active skill system, the gen skill system, which are these leveling your gems, and then you have the passive skill system, which is as you level up your passive tree. 2 ways to increase your character and widen the build diversity in this game. Oh, okay. We need to find this Fairgraves person. Where would he be? Sure, he's around here. Oh, there's a talisman guy. Bone Spire Talisman. Holy shit! He's using the ability like what was that game? Prototype? The Prototype? Where you like send like bone spikes all over the place? That was awesome. What was increased maximum mana? There's a lot of maximum mana. 21%. A typical node gives you 8%. A big node gives you 18%. That this thing is like taking a big node. Cool. Apparently, these talismans, they have different tiers. So earlier when I, like an episode or two ago, here, when I used the stone circles, it upgraded my talisman. When I put in 5 talismans, it returned one that was upgraded. Oh, I want to go back. And the difference is in the dev replied on Reddit already regarding the tiers. And he says you can tell that a talisman is a different tier based on the color of its string. So here's tier 1, and this one is the one I got, tier 2. This is a different color string. I guess there are like beads on here. It's kind of black and white instead of just white. These are all white, right? So is that the difference? Honestly, I don't know. I think this is the tier 2 one though. I don't want this wand. No, no, nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. I keep this ring. Be fine. If you're playing hardcore, by the way, it's a good idea to keep the items that you have been using in the past. And the reasoning for that is, in hardcore, if you die, you die. And once you die, you need to make a new character. So it's a good idea to keep your old sort of leveling gear in case you die. And honestly, if you never played before and you play Hardcore League, you probably are gonna die. That's what I did. When I first started, I just went straight into Hardcore League. Okay, if you see this landscape, like this texture over here on your minimap, like this little hill, that's where Fairgraves is. So if you see that on your minimap, go there. After you pick up the All Flame. Or even before. It doesn't matter. If you go before, Fairgraves is gonna ask you, oh, retrieve the All Flame for me from the ship graveyard. From the ship graveyard cave. If you get the All Flame,
frankly, I would have been surprised if you hadn't recognized me. Stuck fast.
He wants the All Flame back. So you just kill him. I'm gonna try to poison this guy. Let's see how much this thing does. Honestly, this does no damage at all. This is a waste of mana. How is this worth it? How long does it last? 5 seconds. Yeah, it does no damage. Alright, forget it. There we go.
I almost feel sorry for you, Fairgraves. Dying twice.
Okay. So now that this is complete, can run back home, take the waypoint, go back to Lion Ice Watch. So our map is starting to really get bigger. These are the masters that we, once you do the master quest, they show up in town, right? These are the NPCs. This one, he sells scepters, and everyone sells armor. And this one sells like melee stuff, like maces and clubs and whatnot. I think the club is a mace too, though. So once you complete the pirate ship or the pirate Fairgraves quest, you get a book of skill. Right click it and you get skill point. Simple enough. Excuse me, I need a sip of water. Actually, I think it's been around 30 minutes. I didn't time when we started, but that was the Fairgraves quest. We went from Prisoner's Gate to Ship Graveyard. It took 20 minutes. It was very slow. But take your time, man. Take your time. Have fun. That's gonna be it for this episode, though. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content in the future. You can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/nxplays. Otherwise, keep in touch. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.